In late 2019 into 2020, I decided to embark on an insane adventure. Well, not anything outside because everyone knows what was happening, but for me, it was an adventure of reading, and that series is One Piece. I know a few of my friends always talked about One Piece and I was interested in it before. I like pirates, I like sailing. The ocean is a huge interest to me and the power of devil fruits was super cool power system to me. But due to the amount of sheer longness and girth it has, I just always stayed away from it and never touched it. Then the pandemic hit. All of my friends switched to IRL Mahjong to online assorted tabletop, so the amount of free time I had went from 30% to 70%. When that free time was now in my schedule, I told myself, with my Toho Jazz to the left of me and Pokemon Showdown to the right, that I'll read this one hell of an odyssey called One Piece and become an instant fan of it. After the weirdness ended, I was still reading One Piece, but now I had this weird feeling of isolation. Like everyone else, trying to go back to what was normal was very hard for me to do since I had a new job that was changing a few things and most of my IRL friends who I hanged with moved around a bit. So now that hanging with my peeps was mostly out of the table, I had to somehow get my fix on doing something outside my room and just reading One Piece. But luckily for me, I am a consumer of things that I like. In an old video of mine, I told the story of why I decided to collect Pokemon cards, and from collecting said cards, I got interested in the game, went to a local game store, and the rest is history. Getting into TCGs gave me my fighting game fix, while also finding a new community to be a part of. It made me appreciate Pokemon in a weird new way for me to enjoy, and new friends that introduced me to so many new things for me to enjoy on my own time. So, how does this all lead back to One Piece? Well, besides speedrunning Dressrosa because my friends were going to kill me soon since I watched Red Film without them, it was around the time when the Obsidian Flame set was in its midlife. I was only playing my Charizard deck because Zard goes raw in front of everyone, but because it goes raw, I was kinda getting a bit exhausted. If any of you played the Zard deck when it was in its prime, the game plan was simple. Set up support, attack in turn 3, and win. It was one of those days when I was going 4-0 when I went to go see how one of my friends was doing, and I saw he was playing a different card game that caught my attention. I saw in front of me a Luffy fighting against a Kaido. The person who was playing Kaido had his board all set up and swinging at my friend who was playing Luffy. He took all of his life and passed his turn. At this point, I was thinking to myself, there's no way he's winning from this. But when he did all of his swings, I started to hear something. A heartbeat. A beat that sounds like the drums. That was beating to the rhythm of liberation? And when I started hearing that, I couldn't believe what my eyes were seeing. Out came Nika, the warrior of liberation, giving him an extra turn and giving my friend the path to victory. But the thing that caught my attention the most was the cards. They were so pretty, so Unga and Nika, my object of affection? But that's not important right now. My friend was playing a One Piece TCG, so I gotta hit him with the, oh hey, I didn't know you like One Piece. Then he just turned to me and said, oh, I've never seen it. I just like the game. After trying to understand that statement, my friend showed me more of the TCG and essentially gave me a tutorial of understanding how to play, which was a breath of fresh air to me. So many colors for me to choose, playstyles that I'm unfamiliar with, and art I get to enjoy. I felt like a kid in a candy store again. So once I cracked the code with Charizard and Pokemon, I had my sights set on One Piece and fell in love with my first main in this TCG. After looking at tournaments, seeing what leaders are good, but also seeing what playstyles fitted me the most, I landed on my darling, my companion, Perona. Her ability of resting low cost cards and giving opponents -1 cost is a disruption I always liked despite my friends saying otherwise. Having that ability while also having support cards to rest even more and the possibility of exploding them with Ryumo once he enters the field was my butcher's vanity. Early game disruption and late game freeze. a combination that was the absolute cinema, especially with my favorite card in the deck, Gecko Moria. With him bringing cards out of my discard pile to make some insane comebacks, this deck helped me familiarize myself with the game and matchups. But then, more cards popped up, alongside other leaders that seemed fun. I started running green Uta for a stint and even Kairos, even though he was kind of bad for a leader. What was happening to me? I only ever made around 3 decks whenever I played Pokemon, but for One Piece I had around 8? Why was my search history being more decklist oriented than my regular Gunpla videos? Don't tell me. Am I loving this TCG? Nah, that can't be it. I barely pay attention to set releases, so I should be fine. I just need to start cutting back and enjoying playing cards with my friends. It was when one of those hangout sessions with my friends that never watched One Piece told me that set 9 was coming, and he went to one of those pre-releases and built a deck for a new leader that I'll enjoy and asked me if I wanted to give it a chance since he thinks I'll love this leader. I said sure, since I like trying and figuring out new playstyles. He handed me the deck, and then I finally flipped over the leader card to see who I was playing. My first thought was, wow, what a weird looking card. My second thought was, he's here! Nika, the warrior of liberation, the god of the sun, my favorite transformation of all time. And his ability, which is just ramp, it was love at first sight. Because this wasn't Charizard Burr, this was advanced sun god Burr. Going fast and swinging like crazy was the dopamine I needed that my friend had no idea what he gave me. Looking at lists early on and everything I was reading was saying that this card was going to be good. Not great, but good. Early ramp Zoro, mid defense Frankie, late power with Gecko Moria and Sanji bringing out more defense, and the piece of resistance, Nika, at the end. And with OP9 giving Straw Hat leaders the most broken defense card of all time with Gum Gum Giant, let's just say I spent a little too much money to wail for this Nika leader alt card, My Peanut Butter. He's called that because purple and black people just started calling him Peanut Butter Luffy or Paboofy, you know, because he's that, well, I just like peanut butter. There's no words that can describe how at home I felt with this deck. It didn't matter if I won or lost. I was just playing my plans, having serious matches with new friends, and when we shook hands after the match, we laughed and had fun. It was paradise to me. Ever since Perona got power crept and Kairos was Kairos, Nika, one of my favorite things, being as good as it was, I was finally having my cake and eating it too. But all of that was ending, for I was hearing whispers, rumors, rattles through conversations of card bans. This was dumbfounding for me. I never experienced what a card ban was because Pokemon never had one, so you just had to take a Badoo or a Shibi Gobble on my Dippity till I croak on the chin. And one of the cards that they were talking about being banned was Gecko Moria? What? No, that can't be right. Yeah, sure, Gecko Moria makes my deck run well, but it's not broken like people are saying. It just gives me a blocker, 2 cards, and a searcher. It's not too broken, like, nah, there's no way it's gonna get pinched like RP Law. I should be fine, like completely fine. Gecko Moria is not a broken card.
This isn't happening! There's no reason for me to go on. What? What am I fighting for?
Well, it turned out to be banned. While Gecko Moria did make my deck good, it made other decks unfair to fight against. With Gecko Moria now gone, that turned a lot of black decks to adapt incredibly different and to change their playstyles. For Nika, however, I went from playing a good deck to a crumbs deck. It still functioned, but now with Gecko Moria gone, my late game was essentially cooked. My favorite leader is now dead. My Burr is now a Ba. What can I do now? Well, Honestly, look for something new in this TCG. If something changes, gets nerfed, or just isn't fun for you, you can look elsewhere with almost zero the cost. Look at the meta, see what playstyle fits you the most, or if you just love the game, just keep on making decks and collect or trade shiny cards. Which is what I kinda did for the time before Nika received much needed support in its starter deck. New friends kept on giving me Perona because that's how we met. I somehow managed to pull a Bonclay alt card from EB01. I always tried to trade for leader cards that I had interest in playing or liked in the show. And my second most prized possession is this Uta that I got for my birthday. But my most prized possession is my second love in this game. And that love is the I asked for no pickles Luffy. I loved this leader. And fortunately for me, my friend went to the Dodgers anime game night and nabbed me the special illustration leader. So I'm happy to show everyone my one and only Dodger Luffy. Yes, I know. I own the beta art Dodger Luffy and win every game with it, and nah, not really. I actually commissioned my friend who got me into this game to draw this for me, Matcha Dende, which I'll link his stuff down in the description. Someday I really hope to bling out this entire deck because it is such a fun deck for me to play, but with how the pricing is in this TCG, I'ma just show the cost of how much it would be if I wanted to bling it out right here, and you'll see why I consider this a dream for me. But to me, this silly little drawing of a leader is the reason why I love TCGs. It gave me the opportunity to go out more after COVID hit and meet new people that I would have not met otherwise that became my eternal friends. So if there's any TCG or possibly board game you want to try out, go to your local game store, meet some new people that might become your new best friends. And if you're interested in the One Piece TCG, I'll leave some content creators in the description as well as how to download the fan-made online simulator for this game. This has been Lounge. Thank you for watching, and to show you what I mean by wote or cope in the thumbnail for Nika, here's some gameplay of me playing the simulator. Alright, so here I am. I did my morning jog. I got done with the video yesterday, then I got to the end and I'm like, oh wait, I said I was gonna play this thing. So now here I am needing to play this simulator. It's actually pretty good for a fan-made thing. You got your deck editor right here. You can load your deck. So here's GP Luffy, not peanut butter, he asked for no pickles Luffy, this deck. But I think for this video, I'm gonna play Nika, my peanut butter. Because in like the Pokemon video, I played on the sim, and that sim is kind of dookie. And I played a deck that wasn't even related to Charizard, I just played a T and Turtle. So in this, I'm just actually gonna try to play Nika. So now here I am, going to play this game, and do anything I have to do. I'm just gonna hit quick join because there's a lot of people up right now. Enter by description. Optional, okay. Quick join is the way to join random lobbies to see if you can run into people. And I think it'll be pretty cool to see who I can fight against. And I'm going to see if I can win against one. And if I can, then I will move on. Ooh, Boa Hancock against a Luffy. Interesting matchup. So what Boa is pretty much a bounce where she's blue, so she bounces cards from my field into my hand, which can get really annoying. But I got one Dawn. I will play my Searcher. This is kind of stinky. Scrap Monkey. In this current meta, he's kind of not good. I always run one of him because you know, gotta run the boy. But it's always fun to bring him out. I actually brought him out a couple of locals recently, which is pretty fun. Be like, see my friends being like, oh crap, you still run this guy, even though it's really not optimal anymore. This card, return 2, and then I get activate Burr. So he gets 1 Dawn, and then activate Luffy. I get another Dawn, and then run what's a Dawn. I'm out at 4 Dawn instead of 3 Dawn. Spooky. Ooh, yeah, let's grab that. I'll attach 1 swing. Alright, and I'll pass turn. So I'll see what this Boa does, which at 4 Dawn I don't think they can do much. Never mind, doing the thing that I just talked about. I'm just gonna return. I'm at 6 Dawn. Not much I could do with that. I can pop out another one and start ramping. Or do I put him down? Yeah, I'm gonna place down Frankie. Return uses action. Return 2 Dawn. Because of that, trash 1 card, get 2 more cards, gain 1 active, gain 1 rested. And then I'll swing 5/5. So what I mean by that is I'll swing 5 to here. You'll probably counter out this. And then I will attach 5 Dawn to the 3, and then I will swing at Boa again with 5/5. Probably can't out of this or block, which I was expecting, and then I will pass turn. 6/6. I do have Monkey D. Luffy in my hand right now, which is kind of nice. Yeah, as expected. So I'll do that. Can't attack. Wasn't expecting to be attacked anyways. I'll block with the Sanji. 6, and then I will place down Beer Luffy. What Beer Luffy does, return 2 Dawn, activate ability, 1 active, 1 rested, and I'll be at 7 for this whole entire encounter. So then I think I will just attack it live? No, I think I'll wait. Attack it law. Get rid of his attackers. That'll be 8. Another one, but you can't use that against Luffy, which is the funny thing about Boa. Any Boa card you can't really go against Luffy, so it's like, oh, okay, I have to place him down. 7, I will just do 9. I'm kinda stinky, but I could just do this. Use card action, return 2, do that, activate ability, and then I will, let me think here. If I do that, I'm taking a couple of lives. However, he is at 4 Dawn right now. Do I... I'm going to do this, see what happens. If he takes, then he gets 1 more extra card in his hand. If he counters out of it, okay. So I'm going to do 7, 8, 9, 10. I'm going to do this. See what he does. Because he needs, like, 3 counter, and all these cards can only go up to 1 counter or 2 counter on the side, which you see on the pudding. Yep, and then I will just swing 7 into here, proc ability, as long as I can. Takes a life, contemplating, and then I'll just pass turn. 2 laws, ooh yikes. Oh crap. Gravity Blade. Gravity Blade kind of makes it 2 6 costs or less to move out of the way, so I'm kind of in a bad position now. There's 2 things I can do. Well, actually no, I'm going to do 1 thing. Boom, boom, boom. 6. This went from a possible winning to kind of a mid-game. He doesn't have like any of his big cards though, so it's kind of scary. He's probably searching Red Rock. You can just immediately get rid of 1 no matter how much you have. Oh. What do I do here? 5, 6, 7. I could... I'm gonna use Gum Gum Giant on this. Nah, I'll take. See what I get. Okay. Use Gum Gum Giant now. Pop, pop. Get rid of Pudding. Get at 9. Resolve. What do I do here? This will be funny, actually. Ba 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 da 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 ba 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 ba. Activate a card, gain 1 active, gain 1 rested, use ability, gain 1 rested, end turn, get another turn. Boom, boom, boom. Activate, use card action, return 2, boop, 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 boop. 6, 7, 8. I think I do this. And then I'll do... He can't really touch that go, can he? I'm trying to see what my sequencing is here. Because I could block a few times with Gum Gum Giant. Swing, swing, swing. I'll do this so I can get rid of his blocker right now. Yep, get rid of his blocker. that'll be pretty good, because I have 3 life. If he has like a huge 10 drop or another red rock, so I can just get rid of this leader, or I mean, this Nika, then it'll be kind of in a tight spot, but he's doing stuff that I don't know what he's doing. Okay, actually, that's pretty good for me. I'm at 6, 7, 8, so I can just activate 2 blockers. Ooh. Come on, so I need a... Oh yeah, he's definitely searching. He's trying to find some top end right now, which I'm looking for. See what he's trying to do. He got another blocker. Oh, that sucks. Actually, no. I could possibly win 5. Shh, do I block out of this? No. A 6, 7. I'll take... No. Giant out of this. Yeah. 5. Then I'll take this. 7. There's 2 ways I can do this. I could get rid of that. Swing, swing, swing. Try to win. Or I do that. Swing. No. Let's do this. Do this. Use card action. Return 2. Rest. And then I will activate his ability to get 1 more. So then I will just do this. 5. See what he does. And then I do this. 7. If he counters out of this, then I'm going to... Yeah, get rid of his boa. I'll pass turn. So now I have counters up to Wuza. That means next turn it's pretty much over for him. Because I'm at, what, 8 Dawn right now? Yeah, I could just place down a... the most absurd card in this whole entire game, Mr. 80 bucks at 1.1 card. 5. Oh, let's do 6, 7, 8. 5 to 5. I'll just counter that with 6 for now. He has 8 Dawn though. What is he playing? What can he bounce back though? You may trash 1 card from your hand, return up to 1 character with the cost of 4, and then give up to 1 or Dawn card to your active or leader. Oh, he sequenced that wrong. If he placed that down first then attacked, then I would have been in a poor position. So I think I'll just take it. See what happens. Yeah, so I have 10 Dawn right now. I could easily just do this. Place this guy down. And then 5. Yep. But then he quitted. Because essentially what would have happened right here, what this guy does is I could swing into him, proc his ability, return 2 Dawn, take 1 life, restand him again, and then swing him again. So if I really wanted to, I could attach 2 Dawn here and then swing 9, return, 9 again, 5, 7, 12 all at him. Which means he had what at this point? 3? So yeah, it would have been like boom, take or something, boom, block, boom, take. He only had like 1 card left and then boom, boom. This would have been a wash game, but woo! That was kind of a little bit of a wash for him. He didn't really grab any of his top until later on, which is kind of stinky, which is unfortunate, but that's somehow the cards fold. But I gotta play my Luffy this time. I'm happy. I get to play my Nika, my one and only beloved. But yeah, thanks for watching. I gotta go now and run some errands. Gotta stop for a wedding gift and everything now. And YouTuber outro, swag out. Thanks for watching. Meet back again. Swag out. Bye.
I'm in the house like